Well, I actually had a couple of comments. Your collection is really tacky. And then what's the... No way! Hey everyone, need to apologise for the fact that I didn't upload on Wednesday this week. And if you want to know why, because the reason is horrific why I didn't upload on Wednesday, then go and check out my Patreon. I'll link to it below. I don't want to talk about it on here because, well, if you've watched it or the video, or if you go and watch it, you'll probably realise why I don't want to talk about it on here. But anyway, what I thought we'd do, and what I really wanted to do on Wednesday, but I couldn't because of what was going on, is I wanted to... Do you remember I did the bag collection video on Sunday? Well, I actually had a couple of comments and they made me laugh, and they were from you guys saying, your collection is really tacky. And do you know what? My taste is quite quirky. I'm not going to lie. Like, I like your classic items, but I also love bright colours and funky designs and things that a lot of people would class as tacky. So I'm going to roast what I think are my tackiest bags. And if you watch that video and if you're like, you missed this one, this was worse than anything you've picked out, then leave it in the comments below. This is a democracy. You can have your say. I also have, and I shouldn't have done it, I've bought 3 new handbags, and I'm going to show them to you because they're actually classics, okay? They're not tacky, they are actually classics, and they're really cool. Right, my number one, by the way, do you like my new wardrobes? They got built a couple of days ago, and I've had the most fun ever reassigning things to each wardrobe, but this room is such a mess now. The big box is all stuff going to the rubbish, the tip, and then I've got all of my knitwear that I've made myself, so I knit my own jumpers. I need to put them in sealable boxes because, you know, I told you the owners that lived here before had a moth infestation. Well, I think we're getting on top of it, but they're still here. And I don't want them eating my stuff. And in fact, I've got a deal cushion, cashmere, and I took it out of storage, and the moths have actually managed to get into the sealed box that I didn't open on purpose when we moved in until this room was built, when I thought I'd take everything out. They've actually eaten the cushion, and there are little holes in it. And thank God the holes are on the back, but I'm devastated because I love that cushion I got given it. Anyway. Number one tackiest bag. Do you agree? Do you agree? This is Juicy Couture, and I bought this. I think it was the year before last. Some of you might remember because I put it on my second channel, which I haven't uploaded to in ages now, actually. But I bought this from TK Maxx, and I saw it. Okay, so here's what happened. I saw it hanging up, and it caught my eye. Cannot deny. I know it's tacky, and actually I've never used it. I know it's tacky, but I loved the matte pink hardware all over the bag. You wait until you see the inside. I just think the inside of Juicy Couture bags are magical. Look at the inside of this. I just love that. It's so cheerful when you look in the bag. You're like, oh, it's so cheerful. So I saw it and I didn't get it. And it was around £19. It was not a lot. And I left the shop because I was filming in there, you know, for a video. And then when I got home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I said to David, I think I need to go back to that TK Maxx and buy the bag if it's still there. And I walked in the store when I went back, and I couldn't see it on the shelf. It was gone. And I was like, oh no, somebody else has snapped it up. And then I had a rummage through all of the bags that were hanging up, and I found it right at the back. So I bought it, and I actually bought the matching wallet to go with it. Just because I thought it was so cheerful. This is definitely a summer bag. I will probably use this at some point, but I would say, without doubt, it's one of the tackiest. Now, let's move on to a designer bag that I think you guys might find tacky. And it's this from Gucci. Do you think it's tacky? Yes or no? I think it probably is a tacky bag. I bought this I think it was I got it in January, and I think it was 2024 I bought this, and I unboxed it for you, and I love this bag. It's the Marmont bag, but it's in the square shape, And you could get this in iridescent pink, iridescent like a off green, iridescent white, or iridescent blue. And I ended up getting the iridescent blue. I did want the pink, but I couldn't get the pink for love nor money. But I got the blue and I was very happy with it. And again, this is a bag that's got quite a nice interior, if I show you it. So it's kind of silver on the inside. And it's got, as I say, quite nice in there. And it's got really nice adjustable, you can't remove it, but it's got a really nice adjustable chain. Actually, it's not adjustable. What am I saying? You could double it up and wear it over your shoulder, or you can do that and wear it crossbody. So anyway, I saw this bag, completely fell in love with it, really thought about it, went in the store in Harrods, looked at it, can't remember why I didn't get it. I just wanted to think about it some more. And then I ended up buying it online. And I just think it's gorgeous, but I do think it's got tacky appeal. Definitely has tacky appeal. What do we think? Which one wins for most tacky so far? Let me know. Another that's 100% tacky. 100%. Look. It's so tacky, I love it. It's so tacky. People say your stuff's tacky and I think they mean it to cuss, and I actually don't take it as a cuss at all. I'm like, yeah, you're right, it kind of is, but whatever, I'm gonna roll with it. This is from Kurt Geiger. This is pink velvet with like charms, I guess you'd call it, on the front. Actually, one of you, when I showed this in the Sunday video, I saw a comment from one of you saying you bought the same bag, and if I remember rightly, you were like, I know it's like a bit cheesy, but I just love it. And that's how I feel about this bag. So I got this for my birthday last year, and the inside looks like this, like fairly like bland, basically. This is the Kensington bag. The Kensington bag you can get in, they do it in many different colors and finishes and like leathers and fabrics and all sorts. So you can, if you like the silhouette of the bag, but all this on the front's way too much for you, they do it in more plain styles. But yeah, definitely tacky. A bit of tacky there. A little bit of tack for your Friday. Another one. Do you know, I hope that when you're watching this, you're like, yes, whilst all these are tacky, I can see that they are quite cheerful bags. And that's what I love. I love a cheerful bag. So this is from the Barbie. Do you remember the whole Barbie core thing that happened in the summer of 2023? This was part of it. So Aldo, the shoe brand, they came out with a Barbie collection, and they had the trainers, they had little bags, and this was one of the bags. And it's really nice, actually, I think. Comes with a dust bag that's got Barbie written on it. And it also comes with a shoulder strap that's also got the iridescent pink on it. And the chain running through, the thread running through the chain is also iridescent pink. And that's what it looks like inside. Now, it doesn't fit an iPhone, but it does fit my folding Samsung. And I took this bag with me to Tokyo in November 2024. And I just feel like it fitted in perfectly, because in Tokyo, anything goes, particularly if it's cute, I feel. If something's cute, anything goes, but that is it. Little feet on the bottom. So, so cute. And that's from Aldo. The next one, this is a designer one, definitely tacky. Vivienne Westwood. What do you think? Tacky. The only thing is with her bags, a lot of them are made out of plastic, and I don't love that, but I love the silhouette, but I don't love the plastic thing. Although one of you, Mel, who we talk a lot on Patreon, you actually said to me that you bought a Vivienne Westwood and it was leather. So obviously they do leather, but I want to say most of their bags appear to be plastic, and I feel like her bags are quite expensive given that they are plastic. But I bought this on eBay. The only thing I will say is it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be smaller than this, and this is a bag that I might well sell because it's just a bit too big for me. But I really like it otherwise. It's in gorgeous condition. It does come with a dust bag as well. and that's the inside. It's got the yellow orbs all over it on the inside, and that comes with a crossbody strap as well, or you could wear it on your shoulder. And then before I show you the new bags, sorry, I got really bad tennis elbow, and I don't know whether you've ever had it, but like even lifting a glass of water is incredibly painful, and like lifting these bags really hurts. I actually got it because when we moved in, we were doing so much DIY. I wrecked my arm with like pickaxing and painting and hammering and everything, and it never really recovered, so I need to do something about that. But the other bag, now my friend Phil Green, I don't know if you're watching Phil Green, but Phil says to me, this looks like a piece of melted chocolate. And I see what he means. So this is the, I think it's called the Fendi First bag. And I'm not sure whether they still make this. I think they do, but I bought this from Bicester Village. And they actually had it in a toffee colour, which would definitely make it look like melted chocolate, or they had it in this pink. And to open it, you press the top. It's still got the protective stickers on it, in fact. And on the inside, it's got the Fendi lining. And then it came with a strap that goes with it. So you can either wear this as like a little clutch or on your shoulder. But this is what I bought with it, because I saw this with it and it matched. It's like a guitar strap. So you can put this on the bag and wear it sort of crossbody. But yeah, that's the bag. But definitely tacky, I would say. I would personally call that bag tacky. These are definitely bags that I would call tacky. Right, on to the new ones. Because you know I need a new bag like I need a hole in the head. Some of you may remember, I told you that, so we've moved, right? And we discovered this beautiful, cute little antiques shop. And it is full of your usual stuff like trinkets, ornaments, dinner plate sets, you know, etc. But it has got a clothing and handbag section. I'm not joking. I went into the shop. I wouldn't normally go in an antique shop because it's not really my vibe, although it is now. And I'm walking around and I'm like, yeah, cool. Reminds me of my grand's house, whatever. And then I got round the corner and they had a bookshelf full of stacked up handbags. And I was like, what? And this caught my attention. And the first bag I ever bought was this. This is, they say it was 1940s, although one of you who is into vintage told me it was actually probably closer to 1950s. It is 100% leather, and it's still, look at the little, they look like clovers a little bit, the sort of catch on the top. But if you look on the inside, it's still got the label on the inside. Freedex, real leather, made in England. So I saw that and I thought it went really well with this jacket. And I bought this jacket at the same antique shop, and it's by Eastex, and they dated it around 1960, and it definitely has that sort of 1960 Mad Men vibe about it. And I felt like the sort of lime green-ish off the more sage green of that jacket really worked well together. Then I went back, didn't I? I went back because the bags were playing on my mind. I bought this ostrich piece, which is annoying because you can see at one point it had a strap that went on here that could have been crossbody, or it might have been shoulder, I'm not sure. But yeah, ostrich bag. And then the inside looks like this, and I've put it all into Chat GPT. And Chat is so good. It's dated these. So it said with this one, it said that apparently it was very common back in the day for them to use non-leather on the inside because it's easy to clean. But on the outside, they would use a leather or an ostrich or whatever. But it dated this bag back to the 60s, and it gave me an estimate of how much it was worth. And in fact, it did the same thing. It's done the same thing on all of them because I got addicted then. And Chat was like, wow, you like your vintage bags, don't you? And I was like, yeah, I do. Then I got this one, which some of you might remember. This is one of my most expensive bags. This was £60. This was 28. The other was about £30. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous bag. Ostrich, again, very 50s, but I would totally wear it on my shoulder. I just love that look. But anyway, you want to see the new ones, don't you? Because the new ones are special. Right. Everything is in this bag. So the first, they've all been wrapped up. The first is here. This is a 1960s. Look at that. Look at that. Now, it does have 2 little press marks in it, but that's fine. It's from the 60s. But I love this shape here, where it just goes down there. It's just like a little bit of detail. And on the front, not only does it go down there, but it's almost got like a woven leather thread running through along here, if you can see that. So the way it opens, I don't know, let's check it. So there's this metal catch at the top, and oh, it's nice. Oh, it's still got a label in it. Made in England. Okay, that's the inside. And that's, I got them to give me this. This is a little, so everything in the shop has got a label on it that gives you a bit of history about the item. And this says, neat, narrow leather handles and satin fabric interior, complete with small internal pockets. A beautifully made Waldy bag brand, an English manufacturer, and label favoured historically by royals and stars alike throughout the mid-century period. A stylish and very usable vintage accessory piece. I'm going to keep that with it, actually, because I just like to know. But look at the inside, how good that is. It's almost like an olive green. So that is the first bag. Just gorgeous. Like, just imagine it on your shoulder. Like, it's like cool, it's cute. You know, you could put like a charm on it if you wanted to. You're like, no, Sophie, don't make it tacky. I'm like, well, I could make it tacky. Then I've got 2 very special ones. Snake clutch. And actually, Viv, and some others of you, but Viv Fam, you left me a fabulous question. And you said, as some of you will know, David doesn't like exotics. And you asked me the question. I've obviously bought the ostrich. It's in the other room actually, another vintage bag from there that's Snake from the 1970s, still got the label in it. And a lot of others of you said, you know, is David suddenly okay with it now? And I'm thinking I might do a dedicated video on that because the answer is quite interesting. But yes, I saw this, picked this up. This was about, did they give me the label for this? They did. Angel Jackson is the brand. Oh, it's nice on the inside. And it says here, Angel Jackson, popper studded fastening with additional secure tab, fabric lined with small internal pocket, timeless accessory piece. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And you know, for a bag this old, normally with Snake, you would see the edges lifting and it dries out. But for this is really, really good quality. And again, just, you know, running errands, just under your arm, you know what I mean? It's so cute. Let me tuck the label in there. Really nice, like that. And then the final one, this is special, okay? This was £70, which out of everything is the most expensive bag I've bought from this shop. Wrapped up. It's crocodile. Look at that. Now, I don't think they gave me the label for this one. Oh no, they did! Look, and it opens out and it's lined in suede. And this is the label on the inside. So, Riviera handbag made for Marshall and Snellgrove. And the inside, oh my gosh. Look, it's got a zippy section, a card holder, and then the other side it's got like this little area here. No way! Look what's inside. This is original. It says, whilst this crocodile bag is of the finest quality, you are strongly advised to protect it from rain as the fine polish may suffer and spot. If this is unavoidable, wipe dry as quickly as possible. Then there's something written on the back. There's an address written on the back in Piccadilly, London. That is fabulous. Look at the age of that. And then what's the... It comes with a mirror. No way. Look. Oh, whoever, look at this. It comes with a mirror. Oh my word. I'm going to keep the mirror wrapped up. Can you imagine buying a bag this old? It's now, I think they've dated it. Let me have a look. This old crocodile, beautifully constructed with a stylized frame and a sturdy, hang on. Let me just, while I talk to you, I'll do that. Sturdy gold tone fastening clasp, neat little feet. There we go. Singular wide carrying handle in brilliant condition, complete with original interior label from Riviera, a mid-century quality brand made for Marshalls and Snellgrove in London. Later became Debenhams in the early 70s. Suede-lined interior with small useful pocket edged in the same exterior skin to accommodate a mirror, which is still intact and included. This is one classy, luxury vintage accessory piece in superb order that is entirely usable today and in great condition. Again, on the shoulder, look at that. I love mixing modern day clothes, and I dress quite casual, as you can see. I'm in like a Nike top, whatever, with something like this. Something so, I think that's a very elegant bag. Very elegant, very beautiful, very, I want to say, does this remind you of the 40s, 50s? They haven't put a date on this. I'll ask ChatGPT, but I mean, this quality, this condition with the paper, the card included, the mirror included. I've got to show David the mirror and the card because we didn't see that in the shop actually. And I'm so glad I got this. If I just compare it to this one, this 1960s one, they did actually date that one. And then of course, the ostrich. Now, you know, it's not just me who's become slightly addicted to this shop. It's Mr. David as well. So he is now saying to me on the regular, because they said to me in the shop, they said, oh, we get new stocking quite frequently. And I said to David, we should go in like once a month. And he was like, no, we need to go in like every 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, all right. And when I go in there, the first thing he says to me is get to the handbags now and go and have a look and see what they've got. So yeah, absolutely love these bags and the little crocodile clutch that's there as well. And I really wanted to show you those because they just excite me more. They excite me more than walking into Chanel and getting ripped off, you know, 7K for a bag that everyone else has got. Whereas with these, they're just cool. I feel like it's cool and I'm giving new life to something. And I look at them and I'm like, particularly this bag, whoever had this bag has taken such good care of it to keep all of the papers together and the mirrors, and just the condition of it is fantastic. And that's what I always think of with vintage. I think about the person who owned it. Who were they? What did they do for a living? What was their vibe? What was their style? And it fascinates me.